Hi, you're talking to BikeFinder. How can I help you? Let me have a look at your last GPS location. Oh, it looks like that it could be in a storage. I would recommend switching to tracking mode now. Once you're close enough to your bike, you will receive a Bluetooth signal in the app. To be safe, you should call the police. Oh, we're so happy you found your bike. We've got you and your bike covered.
Hello and welcome to BikeFinder. My name is Catherine and we're here today with Annemarie from our customer service. She will give us some insights into how she helps customers and, even more exciting, about bike theft. So, Annemarie, tell us, what do you help our customers with?
We help basically with all sorts of questions from the purchase of the tracker and the subscription and the right insurance tier, because if our customers want to, they can use the tracker together with an insurance. And we also, of course, help them setting up the tracker. Yeah, we also help our customers to understand what the different signals mean that they can see in the app. So we help with analyzing, understanding, interpreting that. And then we, of course, assist in theft cases when recovering the bike.
That is so exciting.
Yeah, usually our customers have the option in the app to report a theft, and then we directly receive a notification and get in touch with the customer as soon as possible. First of all, we tend to double check the current location. We advise them on how to most efficiently work with the different tracker modes. In that case, we would advise the customer to switch to security mode. Once they are close enough to their bike with their phone, the tracker will receive a Bluetooth signal, and this is where they should start calling the police to have someone to assist with the recovery.
Why do we advise calling the police?
So in most situations, it's just simply not legal to retrieve your stolen bike yourself. So, for example, if the bike ends up on private property, let's say, like someone's yard or garage, you're not allowed to enter without the property's owner's permission. And another common case is when the thief locks the bike with their own lock. And even though it's your bike, if you go and cut it, it's considered damaging someone else's property, and that could get you into legal trouble. So that's why we always recommend contacting the police and letting them handle the recovery.
What about the bike locations? You mentioned garages. What are the typical locations where bikes are being stolen from and are taken to?
Mm. Um, well, of course, the typical places you would expect: universities, in front of office or work buildings, train stations, downtown. But most of the time, bikes are stolen actually at the customer's own homes.
How does it come? Is it because they feel so safe at home? They think, yeah, their bike is not going to be stolen there and they don't lock it, they don't lock the doors? Or why is that?
No, I don't think that matters that much. If the bike is stolen at home, that most of the time happens during the night. And the thieves are really well equipped. So even though if the bike is somewhere locked at home, in a bike shack even, if someone really wants to steal a bike, the thief will find a way to cut the lock. Of course, you're less of an easy target if you lock your bike, and you should always do that, but that does not necessarily prevent you from your bike being stolen.
And where do you usually recover bikes when you find them back?
Really different. Most of the times, the bike gets recovered within the first few hours, and that are public places.
So, what are the chances for a bike to be recovered?
If you do not have a tracker, then chances are nearly zero to get your bike back after it was stolen. But if you have a bike finder, then the chances are about 80%, which is our recovery rate. So 80% of our customers successfully recover their bike after theft.
Well, that's great. 80%. That's an amazing rate. What happens to the rest of the 20%?
In case our customers are not able to recover their bikes, we have insurance partners with really great insurance deals. In case the customer doesn't get the bike back, then the insurance would compensate them.
Well, then it's 100% with the insurance, right?
Yes, you just have to ensure for the insurance to be valid that you have an insurance-approved bike lock and that your tracker is installed correctly and that it's charged, of course, at least 20%. So there's a realistic chance of recovering your bike. So you have to actively use the tracker.
Yeah, that sounds fair. Yeah. Maybe you can tell us about an exciting recovery story you had.
Yeah, actually just recently a customer told us that he was out partying and in the middle of the night he received a notification his bike was being moved, and then he got suspicious and went to the place where he parked his bike, and it was gone and his both locks were cut through.
Both locks, so he had two.
Yeah, he had two insurance approved really good locks, and that didn't stop the thief. The locks were broken, the bike was gone, and he received a GPS location about 3 kilometers away from where he was. So he called the police. They both went to the place the bike seemed to be. And yeah, he, together with the police, could recover his bike. And they also found 73 other stolen high-end bikes. So a whole bike fencing case got blown up because of, yeah, the BikeFinder and the customer that could recover his bike.
That is so exciting. Okay, well, thank you, Manu-Marie. This was really insightful and exciting. We're going to let you go back and track more bikes. And thank you for watching. If you have any question, just drop us a comment below or get in touch with our customer service. Bye!